Hey guys, I'm Theresa,
I'm Tiffany.
and this is our Gold Point submission for our Build Your Own World project.
So first we have the standard menu options, new game, load, and quit. We also introduced a lore menu option to give the player insight as to why they're in the dungeon and instructions on how to play. We also have a replay option which visually replays our last saved game, and then they can also continue playing from that.
So from here, we can start our demo of the game. First, we'll enter B to read the lore. This is our first creative mechanism, and the lore menu option leads us to the screen, which provides the background of the dungeon game in which the user must answer at least 5 trivia questions, our second creative mechanism, correctly, to escape through the golden portal. We also give a warning about the quicksand, which acts as a sudden death tile, ending the game immediately. The quicksand is our third creative mechanism. The user must answer 5 questions and get to the golden portal within 60 seconds to win. Okay, now I'll be pressing N to go back to the menu.
So now we'll enter N for new game, and we're prompted to enter a seed. And then after that, we'll press S to indicate that we're done typing in the seed, and then the world will load. For our heads up display, we have the names of the tiles when we hover over it, and you can see it changing depending on the tile in the upper right. And then we also have the total points up to the left so that the user can keep track of how many questions they have answered correctly. And then there's also the time left for the user to win the game in the bottom right. And by answering 5 trivia questions correctly and getting to the golden portal within that time. And we also have the time and date, which is one of our ambition points feature, and then gives the user the real time and date when they're playing the game.
Okay, and from here we can see that time's almost out, so we'll just wait and see what happens. And in the meantime, we'll just move around 5.
Using the WASD keys.
Okay, so as we can see, the game ends after 60 seconds. And from here, we'll just be restarting the game again. Okay. And we'll just be using the avatar to move around using the WASD key. And we can step on a flower tile, which will prompt a trivia question, our second creative mechanism. If the user answers correctly, a green screen will pop up and the points will go up. For example, if I put in the wasp, I get it right. But if the user answers incorrectly, then a red screen will pop up. And there's no penalty for answering incorrectly. Say I put in Captain America and I get it wrong. See, and then we still have only 1 point up here. And yeah.
Okay, so we can remember this position that we're at so that when we'll save the game by clicking :Q, we can load it back up and it should be in the same place.
Okay, I'll be pressing L.
Okay, we can see the avatar is still in the same place, and then we can also continue moving around and playing the game. And then we can also answer more trivia questions.
Okay, and then now I'll be quitting again. Remember that position. Except this time, instead of loading, we'll be replaying our last save. We can see that the avatar moving to the place that it ended up in. This is our second ambition point feature. And from here, we can continue playing the game and trying to answer more trivia questions until we get to unlock the golden portal. Okay, we just need 3 more questions. Okay. Sometimes we'll just get repeated questions depending on the pseudo-random inputs based on the seed that you inputted. Okay, now that we have 5 points, we can go back to the golden portal. Okay, and we win.
Cool. We'll also start a new game to show you our third creative mechanism, which are the death tiles. And those are represented by the sand tiles. And that will cause the user to die if we step on it. This mimics the yellow color of the golden portal, which a pressured user who's trying to answer as many questions as they can before the timer goes off could accidentally step onto. And that causes the game to end, as we saw.
Okay. And basically, in summary, the user can die once the timer goes off or when they step on a quicksand tile. And they can only win if they answer at least 5 trivia questions and reach the golden portal in time and without bumping into any quicksand. And basically, that is our submission for the Gold Points Build Your Own World project. And thanks for watching.